Welcome to the Haute and Messy.
Haute takes messy truths with a side of iconic looks.
The closet's open.
Let's step inside.
I'm Suzanne. I'm the Haute.
And I'm Allie, and I'm the Messy.
You guys, thanks for watching again.
Here we are, our first with each other, our first podcast with each other.
Just the two of us. We're so excited. We know episode 1 already dropped, and we're so excited that you guys watched it. We got good feedback from it, so we're really excited to be doing our second podcast with just Allie and I, so we can tell you a little bit about us and why we're here and why we're doing this.
Yeah, we need to introduce yourselves, because I'm sure you guys are like, who are these women just starting this podcast? But we will tell you.
Yes, so I'll start. My name is Dr. Suzanne Wallach, but just Suzanne.
I don't even think, she's a doctor.
I do have a doctorate in psychology.
Yeah, she's a doctor.
But my name is Suzanne, and I am an avid, on top of being a psychologist, I am an avid vintage archival collector. So
Especially Chanel.
Thanks. Anthology of Style is responsible for this ensemble, Chanel 1992 Autumn. So I am an archival collector, mostly Chanel, a lot of John Galliano Dior, Tom Ford 1995 through early 2000s when he left, and like YSL, basically anything I can get my hands on that is campaign, runway, or that I just think is a really special piece that I want to add to my collection.
Has an insane collection. Like, I wish I fit her clothes, because I would be stealing from your closet all the time.
Well, thank you. So that's me, Allie.
And I am Allie. I have been working in fashion for a long time now. I've worked for Ralph Lauren, The Elder Statesman, Nick Fouquet, and I've just always been obsessed with fashion and style. I'm also a stylist, and I started a designer vintage website about a year ago called Wayward Debutante, and out of that, my motto was actually Haute and Messy. And then we'll tell you how we met, but we met, and then that name really became us. It was us, really. So it kind of felt like this kismet thing that was already, in my mind. But the Wayward Debutante is us.
Yes.
I feel like everybody has their Wayward Debutante. To me, what that means is, so like society girl meets rock star, juxtaposition high-low, kind of a mess, but also not. And I love that juxtaposition of the high-lows.
Right. And so I think how we got here is Allie and I met through her husband, and we decided to just meet and have a coffee to talk. And we ended up having this coffee and just talking about Allie's gold Fendi baguette that was there the whole time, and talking about fashion and how much we loved it, and the revival really of vintage, or pre-loved as everyone's calling it now, pieces, and our collections. And we wanted to think of a really cool way to kind of sit and talk about really vintage, not even we definitely want to talk about what's going on in fashion in the now, because there's some really cool stuff happening right now, but our love is archival vintage, and we really wanted a place to be able to talk about it, and also a place to be able to do fashion drops every once in a while, where you guys can go to the website and buy things, and also a place just to have really cool guests on that we weren't seeing that we wanted to see.
Yeah, there's not a lot of fashion focused podcasts.
Surprisingly.
It's surprising. And, I think that I love creative people, and I feel that it would be so cool not to just... we would love to have celebrities on our podcast, right? But we would love to have the celebrities behind the scenes too. And then the people that collect, and we just want it to be generational. Like, we wanted to have all generations and all different ages and all different age groups. We want to learn from the younger kids of what's cool now to like our age to older, and I think it's a cool idea that we're doing.
Yeah, so we're going to be having stylists. We're going to be having like, you know, the big sellers on Instagram that are kind of my celebrities because they have helped me build my collection. You know who you are if you're watching.
Yes.
Because I basically like could have bought a house by now with all the money I've given you.
Yeah, but you look awesome all the time.
But I do look good, so there's that. I do dress well.
Yes.
So and we want to have, you know, creative directors on, and of course, like, celebrities are a thing. And you know, maybe we'll get to the point where we have celebrities on. But I think what's most important that we want to talk about is fashion and really what it means to each of us. And the Haute and Messy was Allie's slogan, but it just sort of like
it fit us.
It fit us so well.
It was meant to be. I feel like it was just a like I said, a kismet.
It was a kismet kind of thing. We fell in love and we were like, let's do this. And so here we are. And we're so excited to just sit and kind of gab today and talk to you guys about stuff. So, I mean, where do we start, Allie?
I mean, I, of course, wrote up questions to ask you that I thought were fun to ask you. And she doesn't like that I use cards, but it did help me the last time with our guests. But
ask me a question.
Okay, what are my questions? If I can see them. Okay, are you ready for your question?
I'm ready for my question.
I mean, there's a few of them.
Okay, what do you want to ask me? I feel like you know most things. But
no, I don't think I do. I think, what was the first piece of Chanel that you bought?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Okay, the one that you remember the most. You must know.
I think, I can tell the story of how.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
It's not really my first piece of Chanel, but I think what happened for me is during COVID, I started watching Instagram Lives because all the stores were closed.
Right.
And I got
But were you a shopper before?
Yes.
Okay.
I was a shopper.
Okay.
But I wasn't a vintage shopper. I was a, like, go into the boutique and buy what's there shopper.
Okay.
And very much into actually more Hermes and Dior and things like that than Chanel.
So definitely a luxury shopper.
I was definitely a luxury shopper. And during COVID, I started watching, there was one channel that was selling things all the time. And I really fell in love with vintage Chanel and started researching it. And then just because I do everything at 150 instead of 100.
We both do.
Yeah. I decided I wanted to have like the best archive of Chanel clothing that anyone could have, and Chanel jewelry and all the things, and I started collecting. And so I started going on websites and I started shopping on the show. But the first like real piece that I remember really investing in was my Devil Wears Prada jacket.
I mean, that's an iconic piece to invest in.
It's an iconic piece to invest in.
And it is super rare now and worth quite a bit of money.
It's worth quite more than I bought it for. Quite a bit of money, a lot more than I bought it for. And Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out, so it's going to be worth even more.
I know.
Yeah, so that was the first one I remember really investing in. But I started small. I started with like jewelry and some shirts, and then obviously I got really into the Barbie collection. And so I have a lot of pieces from 1995 spring from the Barbie collection.
Which are insane pieces.
Yes, most recently got the rhinestone crystal necklace, which I'm really proud of and excited about.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm going to be dropping the anklet and the bracelet on our website because they don't fit me. So one of you lucky people out there can buy it. What about you?
So I would say that for my shop or for myself.
No, what was the first like really important vintage piece you remember buying?
Again, like I don't remember, but I would say that, you know, I was always collecting. At the time when I was living in New York and I was working in fashion, I would go and buy stuff just to wear. Like I would do secondhand stuff to wear. And there was a place called Ina in the city that I used to go to. It's amazing. Everybody that lives in New York knows it. It's in Nolita. And I remember I got these snakeskin Tom Ford Gucci boots that had the G with the sterling this on the like there. I don't know where those went. I lost a lot of things. I was like a party girl and used to give stuff away, get drunk and give stuff away. Hence why I'm sober. But I do now I remember things. I was like, why did I give that away? Why don't I have that anymore? So I remember that. But when I started my store, I'm really into D Squared 2000. I mean, I'm obsessed with the 2004 fall winter show. You know that. It's I love the mountains. I love skiing, and I love snow bunny vibes. It's my favorite. I love it. And I have always looked for pieces from that collection. And even back then, I actually had a pair of the boots at the time, many years ago, and I don't know where those went either. But so I've collected pieces from there. But the reason I started the shop was because I love doing photo shoots, and I love styling, and I love the clothes are it's they're stars. You know what I mean? When when we grew up, it was Vogue magazine was it was God, you look in Vogue, you would see a spread with Linda Evangelista and Chanel, or a spread with, they still stick in your memory. They do for me.
The supermodels of the 90s?
Yes.
100%.
And all
Christy Turlington was my favorite.
all the styling from back in that day. And, it's literally still forefront in my mind all the time. And, these pieces that I source are from those times. And, I know exactly what I'm looking for. And I just search and search and search. And so that's kind of why the store came about. And, it's turning into something else. When you start a business, everything always turns into something else, right? Then you imagine it to be in the beginning,
right? So who do you think who's your favorite designer to collect?
I'm not like you where I have specific. It's pieces. And there's things that actually, this shirt is a redo of the Stella McCartney Chloe top that she wore to the Met Gala back in 2000 with Liv Tyler. And she redid this, and I always wanted this, but I have things that I remember from shoots or from street style or whatever, and I find them and I want them. So I don't have a specific, I would say D Squared from that particular show. It's not all D Squared. And then, I love Galliano, obviously, from Dior. I love Vivienne Westwood. I like more of, the punkier stuff.
Yeah.
But, I love Chanel.
Yeah.
I just can't, right now, buy the Chanel. It's so expensive. As you know, and things are just getting more expensive.
Well, I think if you're buying Chanel new right now, it's really, really, really,
but,
really
the vintage stuff.
It depends on what you're buying.
That's the thing. It's about sourcing.
It's about sourcing.
And about finding the right people. And those people will be on telling that story, right? We'll have those sellers on, and they'll tell their story about that.
Right, exactly. And I think that's the thing, too, is one of the things for me, and I don't know about you, is the psychology of fashion.
Yes.
That I've always thought about because I'm a clinician, and people have always kind of branded me as this oh, she's this she's always dressed up, she's always in her heels, she's always this. My clients are always oh, it's the outfit of the day. But it really is kind of this psychology of clothing is my art. It is my art collection. It is, I'm constantly cleaning things out and selling and buying new pieces. And I definitely think I'm more focused on certain designers than you are. I'm definitely actually now much more focused on Dior than Chanel than I used to be, although there are certain Chanel pieces that if they come up, I'm buying them for sure. I have a wish list. If anyone has any of the Edinburgh collection, please feel free to reach out. It's never for sale. That Edinburgh Métier d'Art collection, no one ever sells those pieces. But I think right now I'm really focused on collecting John Galliano, Dior, and I've also been collecting a lot of vintage YSL.
Which I love. I love vintage. Well, I love Saint Laurent actually from Hetty. That's some of my favorite from like early 2000s.
Yeah.
2000. I love all of his stuff.
Yeah, I started like really researching that, and then I've kind of like a little bit gotten into your area with McQueen.
I love McQueen. I also love McQueen.
Yeah.
McQueen is amazing, and some of the pieces that they're just incredible. The ones that I like, though, are unfortunately really hard to get.
I know, but didn't you end up, wasn't that one vest you got? Was it McQueen? No.
The leather jacket?
No, the one with the cross.
Oh, so that was, I have to say, one of my most prized pieces that I got is Christian Lacroix.
Oh, Christian Lacroix.
It's, I got the vest of the actual, there was the jacket that was on the cover of Vogue. It was Anna Wintour's first cover, and it was with this Israeli model, and it was the first time really high-low had ever been on the cover of Vogue. I mean, it was kind of invented. She invented it, really, because that is an haute couture jacket, runway, and she was supposed to wear a skirt with that jacket, but she had gone on vacation and she had gained weight, so she couldn't fit into the skirt. So she ended up, Anna told her to go put on her stonewashed Guess jeans with the jacket, and that ultimately became Anna Wintour's first cover of Vogue, and that it's an iconic piece. Now I have this from the same collection. I have the vest with the big cross on the back, and it's like in a museum, but I sourced it and I got it, and I can't believe I have it.
Maybe. I know, and what she paid for it is absolutely criminal. It's like unbelievable what she got it for. She got it for pennies. But that's the thing,
right? With sourcing is like you do, like I had to get up super early in the morning because I was sourcing from like a European auction site, and you know, you do those things if you have a passion for it. You just never know, and that's the beauty and excitement, I think, of, you know, vintage. It's like you can find treasures. You never know what you can come across, and if you really like, don't you get excited when you're just like looking for something and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna find, and then when you find it and you're like, it's sold out, you're like, you know. But it's the excitement of finding something that is rare.
Yes.
It's the excitement of having those pieces that are filed back in your memory from that Vogue shoot.
Yes.
I mean, that is exciting. It's like, oh, it like gets me going.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty amazing, like looking in my closet and seeing like the Chanel suits that used to hang on my wall in the 90s.
So amazing.
Yeah.
And then when I go into your closet and see that, I'm excited, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, she's lucky that we are not the same size, and I can't fit into her stuff, but I do have her Chanel suspenders, and she has my Chanel glasses. So we do trade on accessory trading.
On accessory stuff. Yes. Yeah, I almost wore those glasses today.
I almost wore the suspenders today.
Did you really? That's so funny.
You know, it's the beauty of having a bestie that has amazing clothes and accessories, and then you have something in common. It's cool. Like, we definitely haven't known each other for a super long time, but we have bonded hardcore, and we also randomly went to the same college. We went to Ole Miss. Shout out to the Rebels out there, because Heidi Tidy Gosh Almighty. We were like, wait, you went to Ole Miss?
We did. We both went to
and we graduated at the same time.
And we both walked down the aisle to Sweet Child of Mine.
And by Guns N' Roses. Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses. And when you were like, when I get depressed, I listen to Alice in Chains. So do I. Which I think is really, there was just too many coincidences in this meeting.
It definitely all came together the way it was supposed to.
It all came together.
Yes, exactly. What pieces are you currently obsessed with, even if you might never own it?
What pieces am I currently obsessed with? Well, I'm obsessed with that Dracula saddlebag that you almost got, but...
Okay, the Dracula saddlebag... Jonathan Anderson, if you're listening, I ordered it. I got off the wait list. I paid for that Dracula saddlebag, and then I got a call from my sales associate at Dior that my order was canceled, and that apparently I was not important enough I got kicked off the list. The saddlebag went to other people, so now I am back on the wait list for that Dracula saddlebag. Like, actually, I'm supposed to call myself
There's the tote bag.
She offered it to me, and I'm like, I don't want that. I want the saddle. And she offered me a different saddlebag too, with like a different book on it. And I was like, I don't want that one. I want the Dracula
like
one.
Dracula is like I like believe in vampires, and I like want to be one. So I just like think, but
Wait,
I do.
What? I want to be a vampire.
No way.
Yes. I'm obsessed with interview with a vampire.
I know. Well, I'm obsessed with Lost Boys. I've always been like that.
Wait, I like literally want to be a vampire.
I like Googled, is there a maker that can make me a vampire? Like multiple times.
Oh my god, that's so
Are there any vampire makers out there? Because we're ready.
Call us.
Yeah.
Let us know. We're ready. Sam Reed, if
But
you're watching,
I do have another one that's, a vintage one.
I'll let you borrow my Dracula saddlebag if I ever get it.
Okay, please. Right now, I am so obsessed with getting the Tom Ford rosary necklace from, I think it's like 2000, the black one that wraps around.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I am obsessed. In fact,
actually think I saw that sold on
I
a show
know where
once.
one is. I'm not going to tell anybody where it is because it's a little expensive, but
You're going to tell me as soon as we're off this.
I might just buy it, to be honest.
Well, that would go in our rentals.
So I want that so badly, to the point where I have bought multiple like beads to try and make it, because they have DIY make the Tom Ford rosary cross. And I've bought the beads, I bought the string, I bought and the beads never fucking fit. The beads never fit on the string. I have all these blocks.
You can cuss on YouTube, it's all right.
Oh yeah. So the beads never fucking fit. So anyway, all those DIY, you're not telling the truth how you made it, because I followed it exactly.
You would probably get one on Etsy.
What?
A DIY Tom Ford. They make all that stuff on Etsy.
I know, I should. Well, I have searched it. And I was like, I'm going to just make my own. But I've been so obsessed with it that I know where one is, and I might just buy it.
Okay, so, mine is...
Okay, what's yours?
Well, because I just tried to buy it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Wait.
The Galliano Sex and the City newspaper.
Oh,
dress.
yes.
So, the Galliano Sex and the City newspaper dress... If you don't know this dress, you live under a rock. I'm sorry. I don't want to insult anyone, but if you don't know this dress,
they wouldn't be watching the show.
You wouldn't be watching the show. No. Like, you're watching the wrong show if you don't know the show. It went at auction.
It's crazy.
For like $150,000, I think a year or two ago. I know the guy who actually sourced it and sold it. He's amazing. Shout out to Parisian Sweet. Follow his Instagram if you love Galliano, because if you love Galliano, he's the guy to watch. Or he's the guy to buy from. But it came up recently. A friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, who I hope is watching this, had it, and she had it for a pretty, what I would think, I'm not going to say what it was, but it was like a relatively reasonable price. It was a fortune, but I was going to take the money out of my retirement fund and buy it.
Now Ray's finding out, her husband.
Hi, honey. But I was like, I'm doing it. And I was literally texting her, and I was like, I want it. And she was like, okay. And we were going back and forth on the price for it. And then she literally came back and she was like, I just sold it to someone else. And
I know.
I texted Allie and I was like, I'm devastated. Like, I can't believe I almost owned this dress and now it's gone. So I am now searching the world for that dress and having her search the world for that dress because she now owes me.
Like, would you wear it and keep it, or would you sell it?
I would not wear that dress anywhere. I would keep it in the best condition ever.
You would just
and
like
I would
wear it walking around your house.
I would take a picture of myself in it, and then I would send it straight to an auction house. But the piece I'm most obsessed with that I would want to source and keep, again, which I found the shirt on Vestiaire. The pants are the satin ones that Madonna wore, not the velvet ones. Is the 1995 Kate Moss look from the Tom Ford show, the opening look with the blue satin shirt and the blue velvet pants. And I did find it. But it wasn't with the right pants. It was the black satin pants that Madonna wore to the VMAs that year with it, with the belt. But I actually, this woman wanted a fortune for it, and it wasn't, the pants weren't the right pants, but I don't know.
But you know, like one day, like that's the thing is also, there's one more piece that I just remembered is the Chloe pants with the rhinestones on the side that are like open. I'm obsessed. Those are from like her 2002 show where I actually have the t-shirt with the devil, like the bunny. But those pants, like, I cannot find them anywhere. But they're just like these pants, and they have like the rhinestones on the side. Have you seen them?
No, I don't know them.
I'll have to send them to you. Oh my God, you cannot find them anywhere. And I'm obsessed with them. And every day, like on the Gem app, if you guys, that's a good sourcing app. Have you been on that one?
No.
Oh, they're amazing. So I have signed up for, like, every morning I get an email that says, like, I have Chloe, Stella McCartney on there. I have Chanel. And everything. It's basically like a Google for vintage designer stuff.
So basically, we're just like two gals who don't really like do anything but source vintage clothes. Like, if I'm not seeing patients, I am online sourcing vintage clothes obsessively 24 hours a day on every website, on Etsy, on Poshmark, on...
I mean, how many likes, favorites? Did you have just favorites everywhere on all the sites? Like, you heart it and you have just like a list?
I heart it. Like, I have them on, like on Grailed, on eBay, on everything. But what's really interesting is that, like, I'm much more of a live shopper, and then I'll be like, wait, I have all these things on eBay that I could buy that are... But the thing is like, I always get really scared I'm going to get a fake. And so I know when I'm shopping from these live sellers that I really trust, that like things are, shout out to like Anthology of Style, Stacy's Style 32, Curator Lab. Like, you guys can look these guys up on Instagram.
They are amazing.
They are amazing sellers, and they only sell authentic pieces. And so I know if I'm buying something from Lauren or Stacy or Erica, who's Clothing Catalyst New York too, or like Kim at Anthology of Style, who like has a Chanel museum in Brooklyn.
I know. We hope to get her on here to talk about her.
We will get her on here to talk about this, or we will go to her.
I'm excited for that guest.
Yes, we're very excited to have her on, or maybe go to her and go to her museum.
Of course.
And what, like, I think I like about the live shopping is sometimes it might cost a little more, but I also think you're paying for... Like, I know it's authentic.
Yeah.
I know, because I have been burned on eBay, and I just got burned on Poshmark.
I never have. Oh, no, just recently I did get burned once, but I sent it back, and they took it back.
Yeah, Poshmark refunded me for this one. The seller was not nice to me.
This was a Depop, yeah.
Yeah, the seller was
They are pretty responsible with that stuff.
I mean, it was a real Chanel skirt. It went with that bright green 1981 jacket I have. It was the matching skirt. But it came and it had been altered so short, and it had been altered for like a child. I literally couldn't. I'm a small person. I couldn't get it over my hips, and it was like this big, and I was like, this is not what the listing says, and she was really mean to me, and so Poshmark gave me my money back.
Yeah, guys, if you're selling stuff, like, just be real what it is, Like, nobody wants to buy something that's already expensive. Like, if you altered it, just say it's altered. Like, that's so annoying.
I know.
What a pet peeve. You guys feel that way? Comment.
Like and comment.
Like and comment and subscribe.
So what do you think it is? I think this was another thing I wanted to talk about. That people don't know about vintage. Because vintage is really making a comeback because people are not... I've been reading so much about how luxury items have now become so expensive and so overpriced. I'm sure you guys know this. Like, I cannot afford anything in the Chanel. I mean, I can barely afford, like, I can't afford a t-shirt in the Chanel store anymore. A t-shirt in the Chanel store is $2,000 now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anything that has a CC logo on it. I mean, jackets are $14,000. Like, Hermes just did a 13% price increase. I mean,
I guess it's also because of the tariff stuff. Just saying. We won't get into that, but we won't.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try to stay politics free, but even though that's very hard for me, but we'll stay politics free. But
yeah, but it has. It's just the fact that it's increased the prices of luxury goods.
So people have really started turning to vintage, and the resale market has exploded, especially since I started buying resale in like 2022. I've literally watched, like, I thought I had this kind of like little secret life of like collecting vintage, and now I'm like, oh my God, this has exploded. And so what do you think people don't know about collecting vintage?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess for me, what do they don't know about collecting vintage? I mean, what do you mean by that? Like,
well, I feel like one of the things that people don't know is how hard it is to find like the pieces you want. Like if you really get obsessed, like, because people are just always like, oh, like you have that, like actually like this outfit that I'm wearing, like I wanted it for I think like 3 years, and I just had to wait until it
you
came
have to
up.
have
Like,
patience.
you have to have patience.
Although I have to say it's much easier to source now than it was, because we have like Google Image where you can just like screenshot it and put it on there, and then you can like see where it's for sale. It is a little bit easier now than it used to be.
It's a little bit easier now than it used to be, but I think
that's also
sourcing is also
it's hard because there's lots of people sourcing now, and because it's easier, more people are sourcing the same thing. So if you get a piece that's like rare, that's when it gets exciting.
Yeah, I think the other thing that I think people don't know about vintage is like you're not always going to be able to buy something and flip it and make money off of it. That's kind of what I thought in the beginning was like, I'll buy these pieces and they'll really...
Especially bags.
Oh, yeah, no, you guys, bags and shoes, like, you're not going to be able to flip them. Like,
I mean, some, but like Fendi baguettes, you can probably, but it's still hard.
I have 2 Fendi baguettes that I've been trying to get rid of. Not rid of. I mean, I love them. One of them I'm actually keeping. But, like, yeah, you can't, like, the market on bags is so soft right now. And I think, like, bags and shoes are not easy to resell. And I also think it also depends on the size, because what I realized was once I started buying, because I wear a smaller size,
it's true.
My clothes do not resell that fast because I don't.
And it's easier to find your size because people,
it is really easy to find my size.
It's easier to find your size.
It's really easy to find
especially even
my
like
size.
With shoes too. It's like if you have a smaller foot, it's easier to get.
Yeah, I'm a size 7. I don't really have a problem finding shoes. I don't have like a tiny foot.
Yeah.
I'm a 7, but I think like. Yeah, and I think that's what I thought in the beginning was like, oh, I'll collect these things. They're going to go up in value so much, and I'll make so much money off them. I'll just flip it
when I need to like buy something, or I bought something, and then you're like, oh, I'm just going to flip this, and you're like, oh, wait, it's not flipping.
Yeah, or you don't realize that like
it's not
it takes years.
Yeah,
for these things. Like even this, like yes, I bought it, and like Kim at Anthology of Style gave me an amazing price on it, but for what I bought it for. It's rare, but I'm not going to make any money off of this outfit for probably 15 to 20 years. But you buy it because
you love it.
The things that I keep, I love.
Right.
And I will only...
That brings me to a question, actually. A psychology of fashion question. I felt like this would be a good question.
All right. Let me hear it.
Okay. What was it? Now I can't find it. I think, like what do you think the psychology of like when you put something on iconic, emotionally, what does it do for you? Or what does it do for people? Like when somebody walks into your office, I guess that's 2 different questions. First, we'll do you. Like, what do you think about that?
I get such a dopamine hit when I put on my favorite thing to do.
And like, but do you believe the psychology behind fashion? Like, do you believe that it does that? Yes. Not just with you, with other people.
I think with people that love fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, the same way that like my husband walks into his recording studio and like can look at his guitars and he feels like, you know, he has like this one Les Paul guitar that he like.
I love Les Paul. I like
that like he, you know, I don't know anything about guitars, but like the same way, I think if you love fashion, like I actually started before I could afford a lot of things with collecting shoes.
Yeah.
Because I could go and spend, this was still a lot of money, I get it, but like I could go spend $500-$600 on shoes.
Yeah.
And so I have an insane shoe collection because I started collecting shoes like in my 20s because I would save and then go buy a pair of Manolo.
That would be like your thing,
Yeah, I still have shoes that are like over 20 years old that like I have those. Do you remember when JLo did that video with the Manolo Blahnik boots?
Of course, the Tims or no?
Yeah, but they're high heel.
Yeah, of course.
I have the pink ones.
Oh my god,
that was the first pair
I love those.
of luxury shoes I ever bought. Yeah,
of course.
I still have them, and I bought them when I lived back in Arizona. So probably like year 2000. They're probably 26 years old.
Yeah.
I'll never get rid of them, because they were my first luxury purchase. But I think for me, what happens is depending on what it is. To me, getting dressed is almost like putting my like personality on for the day.
Yeah, it's like
who am I gonna be today?
What's character am I playing today?
Yeah,
like I'm definitely a character dresser.
Whether I'm wearing like jeans and just like a t-shirt and like sneakers or whatever, or if I'm like wearing a full-blown Chanel suit, it's definitely like, who do I want to be today?
Who do I want to be today?
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting, and this is like something that I think it's great that you are, that you are a doctor. But it's something that I would love to dive into more, is the psychology of fashion, because like everybody has to get dressed. And I wonder, and maybe this is something you can do like a little experiment with your clients, is like do you notice a change in the way that they dress when they're feeling better? Do you notice when they're not feeling better? Do you notice when they're lost? You know what I mean? It's kind of interesting because everybody has to get dressed in the day. And what are people's rituals? What, like, maybe people don't pay attention, but they're still putting something on, and why are they picking that to put on? It's interesting.
It is interesting. And I think also, like, I kind of have that thing that, like, when I see a piece, I know, I'll look at it, and in my head, I know exactly like how I'm going to style it. Like, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm going to wear it with. I know what earrings. I know what belt.
Oh, I don't know all that. I just know, like,
I just immediately know exactly how I'm going to style something.
I know the vibe behind it.
Like when I knew I was wearing this today, I knew I was like, okay, I know what necklaces I'm going to wear. Like, I know what earrings I'm going to put on.
Oh, so I'm not like that, actually. I'm not like that.
I just I'm not able to style other people.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, you can.
Yeah.
Allie's going to style me for some TV appearances I have coming up, but I'm not able to style other people, but I'm really good at knowing how to style myself. And the other thing that I think, someone pointed this out to me, and I forget who it was. It was somebody that I buy from, but somebody was saying, like, I'm one of the only people they know that wears dresses all the time, because, like, they were saying, like, dresses are such a... It was Lauren from Curator Lab. And she was saying, like, dresses are such a lost art, and, like, you're always wearing them, and like that she loves that I always wear dresses.
Yeah,
and I was like, people don't wear dresses.
It's old school. My grandmother never ever wore pants ever in her life.
I love
You know what I mean? And so it's like old school, and I love a dress too. I think, there's an interesting thing between, I used to live in New York and like LA. It's the fashion is very much different, and like in New York, I would wear anything. Like I would wear anything. I would wear heels. I would just feel comfortable dressing up, wearing heels whatever I was doing. In LA, I feel weird. But I am also not somebody that goes to, a job like you do every day. It's like, but when I like, and if I was walking around in heels in LA, I feel weird. Like I feel like it just feels weird in LA. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I also probably wouldn't be like trouncing around LA in heels during the daytime.
Yeah, but like in New York, you would, right?
I don't know, because I'm not a New Yorker.
I know. In New York, you do. You can like dress up. It feels okay to dress up. It feels okay to like, here it's just different. It's a different feeling. It's kind of interesting. And I miss the ideals of dressing in New York.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. I've never thought about it that way.
We'll have to talk to somebody who, like a designer or somebody that when they come.
People are literally walking around the streets of New York in heels. Like I feel like I would have my Uggs on and my heels in my hand.
No, I used to run around in my heels all the time. Like, look at Carrie Bradshaw. That is true. She wore heels all the time. And like people dress up in New York. Like you can really dress up in New York. And even if I'm going to a dinner, like I feel like in LA, it's different. It's like people dress more down.
It's the West Coast.
It's different.
We're much more relaxed out here.
Yeah,
I don't really dress up anywhere except to go to the office or if I'm going out.
I'd be curious to hear thoughts about that, what people think about that, the LA, New York thing.
The LA, New York vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
if anyone knows back to that newspaper dress, if anyone knows where I can find it, please let me know.
We just went on like the craziest tangent.
Yeah,
but
need to know.
Full circle back. So I think maybe it's time for us to do so we do a specific question for each guest, but I feel like maybe we should do it to each other, right? Okay. I'll ask you first.
You ask me.
Is if you were to have your last meal, what would it be? What would you wear? And who would it be with, dead or alive?
If I was to have my last meal, what would it be?
Yeah, what would you eat?
I would probably eat steak and lobster with creamed spinach.
Yum. That sounds delicious.
And onion rings.
Would you have a dessert?
Creme brulee.
What would you drink?
What would I drink?
Yeah.
I mean,
kombucha?
in an old life, I would have had a bottle of wine, but now I'd probably have an Arnold Palmer.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think for my last meal I would want alcohol.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah. I think for my last meal I'd want to enjoy every single bit of it without being chemically altered.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So I would have an Arnold Palmer.
Okay.
And then what would I wear?
What would you wear?
I would wear, I know what I would wear. I would wear my Tom Ford for Gucci dress with the gold cuffs on it. And who would it be with? Marilyn Monroe.
Nice. Marilyn is a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually have to think about this one. So I know for what I would eat, I would definitely eat, God, it's like a really, like a big toss-up. I like love tacos, but I love burgers. I would probably have both. I'd have
Tacos.
al pastor tacos, and I would have an amazing cheeseburger and definitely French fries. I love French fries so much.
Isn't it just so funny that
But I
our
also want
meals are
caviar.
also Haute and Messy?
Yeah, I also want caviar on my fries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And then what would I wear? I would wear God, that is really a tough question, to be honest, but I would probably wear a rock and roll t-shirt with some like sick designer leather pants. I mean, there's these chrome heart pants leather pants that I've always wanted with like the silver chrome heart. They're like little hearts and they button up. They're crazy and I love them and I don't have them, but I would wear those.
Okay.
And I would actually wear a pair of heels, probably like maybe some cool Alexander McQueen heels that have like the spikes on the back. Actually, I have a cool pair that are like that. And then I would definitely have like a couple of Fendi baguettes on one side just for fun. And who would it be with? That's another hard question. I would say I would have dinner with Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
Yes.
That's a good one. I wasn't expecting that. I thought you were going to say Vivian Westwood.
That's a good one too. But you know, I've always I love Jim Morrison, and I would just want to pick his brain about who he is in his life.
Okay. I feel like that's a good. I'm trying to imagine having dinner with Jim Morrison.
Imagine how much fun that would be. Imagine. I probably would be out. I probably would end up drinking some Jack Daniels, and then it would just be over.
Then it would just be over. Okay, all right.
It's hard to pick though. There's so many iconic people, especially we've lost so many iconic people lately. It's so
I know
sad.
we have lost so many iconic people lately. It's been really, really sad.
R.I.P. to everybody.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have the last question, or the last thing that we do is
our Haute hits and messy miss.
So last time you did the Haute hit, which was your Kylie Jenner at the Golden Globes, which I 100% agreed with.
Yeah, she slayed.
And I did the messy miss, which was Saks filing for bankruptcy. So this time I'm gonna do the Haute hit is Margot Robbie looking so fly on her Wuthering Heights press tour. Oh my God.
I mean, shout out to her stylist, because I have never seen her.
Oh,
she's
so gorgeous already.
Sorry, but Chanel did her dirty for a couple years, and
yes,
she has knocked it out of the park. Every single look, I have not seen one look where she doesn't look head to toe insane. I
mean, so chef's kiss.
All right, so my messy miss. This is going to be controversial, I think.
Okay, what is it?
So my messy miss is going to be the oversaturation of the heated rivalry cast.
And the fact that she's saying she's was obsessed with them.
I mean, I am obsessed with the show. I think the show is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows ever. And like, I absolutely love them, and
I love that there's like a beautiful love story,
and
I
love
needed that.
the show and the characters. But oh my gosh, I mean, they are so overexposed right now. I actually think Connor Story is hosting SNL tonight, and I'm like, I can't watch it.
Oh my God, really? You're not going to watch it?
I'm going
to watch it. I didn't even know.
Yeah, he's hosting tonight. I'm so tired of seeing them. I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah, and that's what happens. I mean, they're literally.
Though. But I think it starts to like really ruin it, and I'm also like, especially when you overexpose like people like that, and like
especially because they're so new in the like, you know, you just it's like nice to have a like too much. It's like a song that you listen to. Like you love it so much.
He's like the new face of YSL. Did you see he got that contract?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, he's the new face of men's YSL, which I'm like. Okay, great. He's cool. I mean, he's beautiful. He looks like a Greek god.
They both are.
Like, but they're just, I just feel like I cannot turn on, because they're in my algorithm now, but I also just like, every billboard, everything, every time I open my computer, it's just, they are, no offense, Hudson Williams and Connor Story, because like you guys did the most amazing job, and it's the most beautiful TV show ever.
I think it is like a good point.
But oh my God, your publicists need to back it up. You guys are way too many places right now. And like, I mean, I don't need to see Connor's Story and Francois Arnault like eating dinner in Burbank. Like
but you had a different opinion like 2 weeks ago.
Probably like a month ago I did.
No,
but now I'm like
2 weeks ago.
Maybe like
a week ago.
I just like
I get it.
But it's maybe just been like it hit a fever pitch, and like the fever pitch hasn't died.
No.
And now I'm just like,
you know, it's an interesting, it's
my
actually
God,
overall.
I'm so tired of seeing them everywhere. They're everywhere. They're so overexposed.
But doesn't that always happen? And it's like, maybe people should just stop being overexposed. Like, let them do their thing.
Yeah, I feel like if I was one of them, though, I would be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be like everywhere right now.
Maybe
like,
they should go hide out at the Chateau Marmont for a little while.
Yeah, it reminds me of like what they did with, and like, I don't like her, but like what they did with like Sydney Sweeney, like where she was like everywhere, and it's just like she got so like the whole Euphoria cast. The only person who I feel like really like they're two like Zendaya and Jacob Elordi, like they both wrote that really smart. Yeah, but everyone else I just feel like got so overexposed that like even Sydney Sweeney, like she's not doing that great, you know. Sorry, Sydney Sweeney, but whatever. You're MAGA, so I don't care.
Wait, what did you say?
I said she's MAGA, so I don't care. She is. So I mean, her last movie bombed.
I know.
Yeah. So, but I feel like, she got.
But her lingerie just came out. Anyway,
she got really overexposed. Let's check the sales on her lingerie and see how it's doing, and then we could talk about it next time.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that 100%. Maybe people should like stop being oversaturated. Come out, do your thing, have a little fun, go back inside, and then come back again. Like go like not so much. Don't be everywhere all the time.
Don't be everywhere.
It's kind of like being the last at the party.
They'll be back in Canada filming season 2.
It's like being the last at the party. Like you can't be the last person at the party. It's not chic.
It's not chic.
So our personal Instagrams is my shop is at Shop Wayward Debutante, and
my Instagram's at Designer Therapist Los Angeles, but together we are the Haute Messy. Yes. So that is the Instagram we also want to go to. You can find both of our personal Instagrams on there.
Yep.
And until next time,
stay fashionable.